So I just got back from a birding trip in Colorado. I rented a big lens, did a 7-hour road trip, all for this shot. I don't want to talk about it. So over the past 6 months or so, I've been getting into birding. It's kind of like a new area of photography for me that I don't have much experience in, even though I've been doing photo stuff for like 12 years now. It's kind of exciting to not know anything. It feels fresh for me, and it's been fun. So I've got some binoculars, I've been on the hunt for birds. You know, one day you're young, hip, and also cool. And then one day you're buying a khaki vest to hold your binoculars and a little birding book with a pencil as well. Now, as is to be expected, I'm not great at it, but I'm learning. So one thing I've been wanting to do more and more is try a lens that goes beyond my 70 to 200. And I had the opportunity to visit my pal down in Colorado. So I figured while I was visiting him, we could go check out the Sandhill Crane Migration. That's this big annual event that happens, and it's about 3.5 hours from where he lives, so I expected big things. Weeks in advance, I registered my lens rental so nothing could stand in my way. I ended up with the Tamron 150-500, which was fine. They didn't have the Sony 200-600, which, like, if I'm paying money for, I was hoping for the Sony, but it's fine. It's fine. As I'm picking up the lens, they found out I'm Canadian. And as is tradition, I find myself answering the question, hey, what's Tim Hortons? And like, if you've been to Tim Hortons, it's like, fine. I don't know if it's anybody's number one, but it, you know, it's there. In my head were flashes of so many ways I could answer this question. A chance to bolster US-Canada relations, to bridge the divide, heal us. What I said though was, oh, it's like a mediocre Dunkin' Donuts, which if you've been to both is accurate. After dropping some change on the rental, we were off. No delays, beautiful sunny day, good tunes, lots of snacks. It was a real road trip. And it was pretty uneventful for most of the drive. Some really pretty mountains, a few scenic stops, got some really nice photos. We were having a great time until we were about 40 minutes away from our destination. On the horizon was this plume of sadness, forest fire, a dust storm, unclear. It just looked like havoc. It was like Interstellar, when, you know, when all the dust is coming. And the tumbleweeds. The tumbleweeds. So unsure of what all of the chaos on the horizon was, we pushed on and we arrived at our destination. Finally. Now, when I think of nature preserve, I am usually expecting a body of water, some trees, and this wasn't quite that. It was more like never-ending farm fields, but sure enough, we were at the right spot, but not one crane, just dust. I was heartbroken. Traveled all this way, rented a lens, drove and drove, nothing. But we did try to salvage the day by making a few extra stops, including Dairy Queen. Now, this begs the question, did I get to use the lens? Not really, and I spent the rest of the trip sitting on my friend's back deck trying to get shots of birds from there, and I did manage to get a few, surprisingly. National Geographic, you can give me a call. I'll be waiting. I returned the lens as I began my journey home, and after some backyard shooting, my dreams of really giving this lens a go has been placed back on the shelf for now. But as I sit here now, I look back and I realize that maybe the cranes were simply the friends we made along the way. Makes you think. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Bye.